him driving away. What a bad friend. All right, we're leaving with the 90%, 170 miles.
Hey guys, Todd here. We're back writing cartoon work and other stuff we might be doing. In a couple hours, if we stay on for a couple hours, we'll do some other things too. Maybe I make lunch. And we no longer have 10 cartoons to make. We have 11. I had your story, so yeah. And your character, so yeah.
But we didn't quite make it to Abilene before I had to make the stop. We're stopping early. Not because we won't make it. It seems like we will make it. Shut up. But because I have to. Okay.
So give me a second, guys. I gotta do a thing real quick, but yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Get out the camera equipment. I have to poop. So wherever town we're in, there's 24/7.
Wait a minute, I need to clean here out. I need to burn something clean out here.
Ripped out the last gas pump under this canopy here and replaced it with a charger. 2 of them, actually. And it's a pull-through because there used to be a gas pump here. These cables are limited to 350 amps, so it says it's a 350 kilowatt charger. It ain't. It says authorizing, approved. This was just an opportunity charge while I did some business, so we weren't here very long. Plus, this charger was really expensive. And off we go. Oh, now we're going to ride with 32%. We had, what did we have? 10%. We had 10%. And soon we arrived in Abilene, Kansas. And you will be able to see it very shortly. There it is. Oh, so Ionas have great placement right off the highway. And they specifically put them near amenities, bathrooms, food, etc. This one is a little unfortunate because they built it next to a restaurant that just simply closed. All right, anything for Reach? I don't. We're gonna find out. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Albitronic. I'm gonna do the same again. By the way, we arrived at 21%, so if I hadn't taken the poop break, we would have arrived at 11%. 38 cents per kilowatt hour. Across the highway is 65 cents per kilowatt hour. Truck trucking.
Well, baby.
While we were here, Alec reviewed the closed restaurant. I approve of it. Well, I just have bulbs are overdone, but I do like warm light. And we're blocking 3 stalls. By the way, this restaurant that was closed while we were there is now open again. 135 cars.
Maybe.
We're here for 33 minutes. Half an hour. They're all half an hour stalls. Anyway, neat. The next stop is 150 miles away in Wakili, Kansas. These are cool. These are not, and they're 400 kilowatt, and they're cheaper. And don't forget, these are genuine charge dispensers. And now for some bad news. The fuel cost on this trip was higher than it would have been in a gas truck. Part of the magic of EVs is home charging. It's super convenient and dirt cheap. My home electricity cost is just 10 cents per kilowatt hour. So even if gas is only $2 a gallon, my massive Silverado EV costs half as much to fuel as a comparable gas truck. And here's the current national average numbers. And this is the average cost of diesel. But rapid chargers are not 10 cents per kilowatt hour. They're very expensive pieces of equipment and they have to pay for themselves somehow. So they're often 35, 45, sometimes even 60 cents per kilowatt hour. So unless you have some sort of charging deal or gas is a lot more expensive when or where you're watching this video, using rapid charging more often than home charging to fuel your big, fast electric truck is going to cost you more than gas. Our hotel was in Wakini, but rather than go straight there, we were going to charge first while the battery was preconditioned and warm. If we tried to charge in the morning with a cold battery, it could take as much as an extra hour to charge. We are approaching our last stop of the day in Wakini, Kansas. It's going to be another Iona. The efficiency of this last leg was terrible, 0.9 miles per kilowatt hour. So despite only being 150 miles, we're going to arrive with 10%.
My prediction was 9%, so we might be. I might win. What is my prize?
More prize, free Coda.
How do I reject that?
You see the Iona?
I do.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see.
It's right off of the interstate. I want to pull over here and block this inlet, but it is technically the handicap stall. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do a weird thing. I'm gonna go down here.
Oh, what an upstanding citizen.
Hey, GM, put your chart port on the front right. This is my request. I didn't pay attention to pricing on this one. 39 cents a kilowatt hour. It's so much cheaper than every other charger in the area. I love the sounds.
1, 2.
I almost turned around and knocked on this. These are smoke screws.
Oh. I can turn the lights off.
What?
I think this is the photo eye for the lights. It'll take a moment.
And then, unusually for Iona, we have an issue. For some reason, we're at 86 kilowatts, so I guess I'm gonna unplug. Oh, well, that's not a good sign. This guy's rebooting.
Okay, so this is attempt 2, I guess.
Yeah, it said connector damaged when I ended the charging session. I moved, and we're gonna try this one now. Now we're locking 5 stalls. All right, let's get in.
Yeah. Don't trip and fall. Uh-oh. Look what you did.
No, the carburetor's rebooting too. I'm going to move forward. Well, now it's pulled far enough forward that I don't even need the stupid adapter. I got a CCS handle here and just plug it straight in. And we just, we're at 350, 355. Yeah, it's full power. I like full power. Full power. If you have any areas not warm outside, I'm a little more comfortable saying this now. I haven't noticed a single derated charge from having climate control on for this whole trip. And then a few minutes later, I don't know what's happening. The charge speed is dying. It started tapering down to 130, and now it's at 60 kilowatts. That's just untenable. Think of a battery.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure it's 610s.
It was going super well, and then that's when we stopped. We were right next to the hotel, so we decided to get that last 10% in the morning. Good morning. We're still in Waikini. We're just topping up on camera stuff. We're at 80%. The next stop's only 110 miles away. Nice, easy stretch. Except we get there with 45%. It's only an hour and a half. We've gone 632 miles so far, average 1 mile per kilowatt hour. Yeah, stuff? Yeah. Ready to drive through boring flat lane slightly uphill with a slight headwind for another 110 miles. Western Kansas, as you may have heard, is quite. Under your flu symptoms with knuckle intense flu, the nighttime taking it in favor of sleeping flu next. Looking to stand out in today's job market? Southern New Hampshire University can help with affordable career-focused grad programs in psychology, cybersecurity, and our MBA, and in skills that employers are looking for.
This for masters of degrees, it was at 9.
And wherever your career takes you, your SHU degree will help you reach your goals. There's always somebody there who can help you. You don't have to do it alone. I really mean that. Visit SHU.edu today to get started. Quite boring. So we had some time to reflect.
Hello.
Seems like just a normal EV road trip.
Yeah.
You're at 5 road tripping.
I guess I'm not turning the camera on. It is surprisingly similar. The charging stops are slightly longer, but
Like 10 minutes.
by about 10 minutes, but the distances we're going are about what my car would be able to do, despite towing an entire other car.
This video is sponsored by Factor. Ready-to-heat meals delivered straight to your door, and this is not the Silverado. That's foreshadowing. or in this case, foreshadowing. Factor meals are easy microwave meals, so you just pick your meal, in my case, pesto, tomato, and chicken bake, slide off the cardboard cover, pick up the trash later, stab the film to vent it, and pop it in the microwave, situated in your back seat. Drunk on this one. 4 outlets. And a few minutes later, I have a delicious meal ready to go. The meals are always delicious, as is this wonderful chicken bake. But this month, they sent me a matcha latte protein shake, and let me tell you, this is my new favorite thing. Factor meals are an incredibly easy way to eat better. This is portion control, it is calorie control, and you're not sacrificing taste. Like, this is better than most fast food meals. If you want to try Factor yourself, and I highly recommend it, go to factor75.com and use code AgingWheelsFB50 for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. Again, that's factor75.com and use code AgingWheelsFB50 for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for a year. Try one of these protein shakes while you're there. You're going to love it. And the next stop is also in Iowa.
This is a bit of a tight one. This is weird. So I fit through here and stopped at this. I've been through here and stopped at this stop before, and it was caught.
Is
a piece of the tail light that I broke when the trailer hit the truck.
Yes. You know, actually, it is a pain that this is in the back, but it hasn't been a problem so far. I'm going to get a quick use. And I'm only walking
okay.
5 stalls. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The next stop is only 105 miles away. Because it's another Iona. It's a brand new one. I want to stop there. So, stupid. And that was a 25-minute charge. By the way, without a trailer, these 30-minute charge stops would be good for almost 300 miles of range. For this next leg, Alex took the wheel, and I reminded him that the seats in the work truck specs Silverado EV don't have a height adjustment at all.
Oh, yes, that is a problem.
Is your height good?
Yeah, but the hood I'd like to be high.
No, still unemployed. Goodbye. Oh, this Iona was also at a gas station with a Qdoba if you wanted to have diarrhea.
Have you driven a vehicle from a trailer before?
No? Why? Cool. Despite having just admitted he's never towed anything before, I immediately told him to floor it.
Hey, floor it. It's still very impressive for what is towing.
Yeah, this is the slowest electric truck you can find.
Also, put a headlight switch back in, please.
What, you don't like digging through the screen for your headlights?
Not particularly. Although I will say GM's auto headlight implementation is very good.
Hey, yeah, like, we're in Colorado now.
Should I say it? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
And soon
What am I using now? Oh, I'm using orange. Okay, I got orange right here.
All of the max chargers or some of the CCS chargers?
We chose neither. Instead, we pulled up behind the chargers. Iona's oldest charging site is only a year old, but this site was so new there was still construction materials lying around. Right, this is really sky open.
It's Ionic canopy finished. What is this? Oh, it's like roofing. Silicone building seals. This is
It is.
Floating dig across the interstate was 70. It's literally double the price of this. I knew it.
Go ahead. Why didn't buy electric sharpener for?
Dropping, so I turned off climate control. And now it's going back up.
Okay, this pencil's shot.
Back up over 300 kilowatts. It looks like the batteries overheated a bit, and they dipped way down to cool off, and then they kind of leveled off at 150 kilowatts. Not the best charging session. In fact, a pretty bad one. Yeah. We stopped at a lot of Ionas in Kansas and eastern Colorado because they're cheap, fast, and good, but they certainly weren't the only option. Other high-powered options.
In the market.
By America, EVgo, Rivian Adventure
In
Network, Pattern of other options.
the
Superchargers open to non-Teslas. Superchargers, as long as you have a charging network
in the market.
for a Tesla, tend to be the cheapest option, but we were avoiding them entirely. The Silverado EV charges at 800 volts, and superchargers max out at 500 volts. Now, the Silverado EV can charge at superchargers, and this is the same for the Sierra EV, Hummer EV, and Escalade IQ as well. But to charge at a supercharger, it has to physically reconfigure its battery pack to charge at 400 volts, and doing so makes charging take roughly twice as long. So we avoided superchargers entirely because hour-long charging stuff would be awful.
In
So we're heading to Idaho Springs next. There's a Rivian Adventure Network. what should be interesting is this. It is actively snowing in the Rocky Mountains.
All this stuff, man.
We're gonna go to Idaho Springs and all this traffic and maybe road closures.
All this stuff.
After that, so we'll see what happens. Okay, ready to go? Yes. We left Lyman, Colorado, drove through the last bit of Flatlandia, through Denver, and started into the Rocky Mountains. Are you happy I'll be taking over at the next stop? Yes. You don't really drive in on this? And look at all the pretty snow. Maybe you can't look at it because you're driving. Welcome to Idaho Springs. It is a lovely little town. Well, there's already an adventure now for the same way. Here's a backup on the season trailer for me. That's right there. Yeah, look at that. Trailer for me. Perfect. It's a Rivian Adventure Network. They tend to be expensive. What is the price? That's not bad at all. 46. This number in yellow is what you'd pay if you had a Rivian. It's only a few cents higher than the my own. Also, the amenities are great. You gotta get a grocery store, Safeway, and 2 dispensaries. I can smell one of them. What is happening? I got a magic touch. It worked immediately. What did I do wrong? Okay, we're charging. There is a possibility we could be sharing power cabinet with that Hummer over there, but it doesn't look like that's the case. That is a very slow ramp, though. It is. Since the charger was at a grocery store, I did some shopping. Alec, I bought a bread. Why? Oh, we picked up a tumbleweed. When did this happen? Straggler from Kansas. A bit pricier than normal, but 146 kilowatt hours. There's my tumbleweed. The next stop is 222 miles away. It is.
What?
Basically, oh, this is going to be fun. That got worse from when I last looked. It is basically Utah. It says we'll arrive at 45%. This number is getting us by 1 point something out. This says 222 miles, and this says we'll arrive with 45%. This is accounting for elevation, but not accounting for the trailer. This number here, 210 miles, is accounting for the trailer, but not for the elevation. Fine. So we're going to do like a 4,000 or 5,000 foot ascent, very briefly up to the Eisenhower Tunnel, and then the rest of the trip, for basically all of the rest of Colorado, is downhill from there. This knows that. This number does not. Unfortunately, we never made it through to Colorado or even the Eisenhower Tunnel. As soon as we left Idaho Springs, the interstate became a thin sheet of ice. The Silverado was fuel motor and all-wheel drive, but its tires had very little grip on the surface. We were sliding sideways, going in a straight line. We got as far as Georgetown before we decided to turn around and head back towards Denver, where we would head up to Wyoming and go to California that way.
We're now passing back by Idaho Springs. We saw the snow and the icy covered roads, and we bravely turned around and went the other way. We're going uphill, pulling a car and a trailer in. I have found the accelerators.
I'm going to talk over myself here because I explained this terribly. One of the reasons I love electric towing so much is because of the performance in the mountains. There's obviously gobs of torque and boundless acceleration for the uphill bits, but you also have regen braking. So it's not only not using the physical brakes at all for the downhill bit, it's also recharging the battery, which more than makes up for every energy use going uphill.
We're down to 84%, so we use 2% of the battery to go 40 miles.
I towed this exact Coda on this same stretch of road a year prior in my F-150, and the naturally aspirated engine in that couldn't keep up with semis going uphill, and then when I went downhill, I warped the brake rotors. None of that happens with this. It's so good. Towing with an electric vehicle through the mountains is just effortless, and it's one of the reasons I bought this Silverado. Anyway, we soon made our way out of the Rocky Mountains and headed north through Denver on our way to Wyoming, taking a quick pit stop along the way.
Bucky's.
We made it to our next stop at Flying J in Cheyenne, Wyoming, which was expensive. 61 cents per kilowatt. If it was a pull through, I would be happier about this.
That's done with the cartoon stuff.
For like 3 hours. Okay, our next stop is in Rollins, Wyoming.
We did the cartoon stuff already, so we're gonna do something else now.
We can easily make it by
It's almost 10, so who knows what we're doing now.
Play it safe. I'm going to go to 90%.
Yeah, well, I still don't know what Wyoming actually is. Someone should teach me how Wyoming.
These are the crazy states in the U.S.
Stop. All right, time to enter what may or may not be a blizzard. All right. Wyoming. Sure. Why? There was certainly no blizzard, but the road conditions were not good. There was plenty of ice, the wind was strong, and the going was slow. But eventually we made it to Rollins, where we did a quick top-up while battery was warm before heading to the hotel. The gap between Cheyenne and Rollins was about 150 miles with basically no chargers in between. The Silverado EV with the max range battery pack is the only electric truck that can make this gap while towing in these conditions without significant sweating. Welcome to the Flying Big Truck Stop right outside Rollins, Wyoming.
I think you should do that to her.
The drive to Rollins last night was harrowing, not because we were getting eagerly down, because sections of the interstate covered in ice and snow, and the speed limit got down to 35 miles an hour at one point. Going to Rock Springs, Wyoming, it's 105 miles away.
I don't know. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I should do that thing tomorrow. I might do that thing tomorrow. I might do that tomorrow. Wyoming is empty, and we soon made it to the Electrify America in Rock Springs. Oh, Smith's Food Truck. That's where the CA is. I've been to this one. And it's the exact specs of my mom's car. Hey, look at the nice. 64 cents a kilowatt hour. I could make this cheaper. If I were to get an EA membership, but I don't want one. Extra pens. I got a whole drawer right here full of art supplies and pens. So yeah.
That's the end of the wireless deployment. And then we got a small problem with charging. This dispenser is only putting out 180 something kilowatts, which is not the end of the world, but the truck can accept 350 kilowatts. The station can put out 350 kilowatts. At 50%, it should be doing over 200 kilowatts.
I'm gonna do something real quick here. I'm gonna change the name of this title to this video to this cartoon work.
It didn't work. It put out 160 kilowatts. Oh. So now I switched it back from this dispenser to this one. And now it's back down to 150 kilowatts.